Welcome to episode number 8 here on season 2. I was gonna do like this kind of intro from down here, like, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 8. But anyways, didn't get there. So today we're getting into health versus wealth. Which one is more valuable? This question comes from Peter Deyo, and he asks our possible question of the week: which is more valuable, health or wealth? And I can give you the short answer. That way, if you want to stay tuned for the rest of the video, you can figure out why. But health 100% of the time is always more valuable than wealth. Unless you got a terminal disease, and then maybe wealth is more important at that point. But I mean, definitely if you could keep yourself healthy, then I think that is way more important than any kind of money or wealth that you could ever have. However, when it comes down to it, this topic is just a touchy topic to begin with. Most people don't want to be told that their lifestyle is unhealthy, or that if they were to change their eating habits and lifestyle choices that they could potentially extend their life, or that they could live a better quality life that they have. And this is because, first of all, people just are hypersensitive to that, and when you tell someone that they're unhealthy or whatever it may be, it can come off as insensitive, uncaring, unloving, whatever it may be at that time. So it's one of those things that it's really hard to dance around with, and especially with people that are unhealthy or whatever it may be. So it's a lot easier to tell someone, hey, invest your money, and then later on in life you could be set up for wealth in the future and set yourself up better for the future. But with health, it's hard to tell someone, hey, change your diet so that in 40 years from now you can still have a high quality life, versus it's a lot easier to tell someone where to put their money than where to put their fork, basically. Without health, you cannot enjoy wealth, because basically if you want to, at 60 years old, want to go travel to Disneyland and you don't have the health to do that, then what good is the wealth that you have to pay for the plane ticket, to pay for the ticket, to pay for the whole family to show up, if you don't got the health to actually get on the plane or go there? So that's just some of my thoughts on that. With the wealth that you have when you're later on in life, most of it's going to be put towards that health that you so long disregarded for a majority of life. So I think that while wealth can definitely increase the quality of life that you have, I think health is the ultimate factor in the quality of life. So the higher, or the more healthy you are, the higher quality life I believe that you actually have. To a certain degree, I mean, people that you can be the own judge of what quality of life you have, but I think that living life to the fullest requires optimal health. First of all, I think that most people would rather focus on the wealth part, because oftentimes we look at food and we're like, this is expensive. It would be expensive for me to change my diet. It would be expensive for me to start working out. I don't have time, or whatever it may be. And so it's a lot easier to focus on the wealth side of it and to write off the health side of it as being too expensive. It's more convenient for me to go to McDonald's than for me to go to Whole Foods. The diseases that we actually die from are only standard to Western civilization. In the poorest, some of the poorest communities across the world, in third world countries, these people don't die from the diseases that we have in Western civilization. Actually, they're unheard of. They die from curable, mostly curable diseases that we've cured here in Western civilization. The issue is that these countries are too poor to basically get the vaccinations or whatever is needed to prevent these diseases from happening. But even the longest living people in their culture don't actually die from these diseases. They just die mostly from old age. The heart attack is unheard of. The cancer is unheard of. A majority of these ideas, heart disease, is unheard of in these countries because they eat a diet that is rich in fiber and plants, so they rarely develop these diseases. I would recommend a book called The China Study if you're looking to live optimal health or whatever. This is a book that is more scientific, research-based. He was actually hired by the USDA, and then also did tons of research over in China about disease and prevention of diseases and that kind of thing. The one part of the book that actually stood out to me was he talks about how they injected lab rats with this cancer, and then they fed them a high animal protein diet, basically a lot of casein protein, which comes from, it's a milk derivative protein, and these rats developed cancer and then died eventually. And then he took another group and split half with casein protein or high animal diet protein and then plant-based protein, and only the rats that had animal protein were the ones that basically died off from cancer. The ones that had animal or plant-based protein, almost none of them, or I think none, had cancer or developed cancer at all. And then they also took a third group of lab rats, gave them casein protein, gave them the animal-style protein, and basically developed cancer in there. Then they switched their diet back to a plant-based protein, or basically a plant diet, and shut off the cancer. And most of those rats actually had the cancer reversed. So that's crazy stuff that happened. There's tons of studies like that that are listed in that book. So I think that it's important more to focus on your health and then focus on your wealth. And I think that as long as you're focusing on your health, wealth will come with that. I would rather live life to the fullest with a healthy, full life than live a unhealthy, wealthy life. Anyways, I feel like that wraps it up right there. I hope you answer your question. Let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day, which is, if someone asked to be your apprentice and learn all that you know, would you teach them? And the answer is yes, I would love to teach someone. If someone wanted to be my apprentice, I mean, I don't know how I would pay them or if they would want to get paid, but I would definitely something I would consider teaching someone everything that I know, which I feel like right now I'm still learning. So I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm 5-10 years ahead of the apprentice that I would be teaching. Anyways, that wraps it up right there. If you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business, Etsy, coaching, post those questions down below, and I will try to get them on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe up here and check out my Acorns recap, November edition, December edition. Check out this other video right here. By the way, I've been adjusting the colors on the video, so I hope that this one actually looks better than the last ones. It's just kind of something, new camera and trying new things out. Like I always say, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.